Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO set 70702. The Wharf Stinger has 310 pieces. It's for ages 8 to 14, and it's from the Galaxy Squad series, and this set retails for $29.99. And here in the front is what you do when bug spray is no longer effective on those things. On the side here we have the minifigs. I'll talk about them later. And here in the back we see some of the play features, and I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here are the minifigures, and first up is Billy Starbeam, who is the leader of the red team, and he looks like the meanest and toughest one out of them all, where he shoots first, asks questions later, which is not a bad way to live until you need answers. And just like the others, he has an alternate face with the mask on. Next we have his robot Sidekick, who kind of looks like Admiral Akbar and a droid mixed together. See the resemblance? And here he is up close. It looks like he has half of a surfboard on his torso there. He has twin energy blades, and in the back here we have a neat little jetpack, even though it's pretty straightforward. And this is covering a very similar printing to the others. And here it is. And finally we have the alien Mosquitoid, who is nothing new here, although this is the only time that it comes with the alien sonic gun, which is this thing right here, which is a scorpion and a frying pan gone bad. But anyway, here he is up close, and here is the printing on the back. Next we'll check out the little speeder bike, and this is actually pretty cute looking, and it's small. We also get 3 little stickers to go on the wings and the front there, just to add a little bit more red, and there they are. And despite its size, I did learn something new here. If you look carefully at the guns there, they use the wheels of a wheelbarrow to attach the guns, and I thought that was pretty neat. Before this, I didn't know you can use them that way. So it's always good to learn something new, and I'll probably use that in some of my future creations. And here's the view of the front there, and the guns can move up and down. I have no idea why you would want to do that. I personally like to shoot straight, but you could do that if you want. And here's the view of the side. There's the back, and there's the top. You notice on the sides here we have detachable blasters, and we'll just pop in Billy over there, and now he can shoot at whatever he wants. And finally, we'll take a look at the Warp Stinger. For the most part, I do like the design. I like the way it looks, even though there are some parts I don't really agree with. But the one thing that bugs me about this model, the one thing that bugs me is that the play features aren't really that great. We have the shooter, which is nice, but we have posable wings, the cocoon, and we can put a Mosquitoid inside, and that's it. There's really not a whole lot you can do here. The legs do not move, and neither does the tail. Well, sort of. And I'm assuming this thing's supposed to fly because it has wings. I imagine you would hold it here to fly it around, and the fins in the back here look nice, but they kind of make it impractical to hold it there. And I imagine someone with smaller hands will just have trouble playing with this thing flying around. So it's quite disappointing as far as play features go. Anyway, here's the view of the side there, and the thing about these legs, I don't really like the way they look, and in a way you don't really need them either, because I have taken them off and it stands just fine without them. The reason why they're here is to prevent it from falling over to the sides. And now back to the tail. If you look carefully, the whole thing is connected by Technic axle connectors, and it goes from the bottom all the way to the top. And here's a view of the back. These sections are loosely held together, and this is where you can take the cocoon off, put in your prisoners. And here is the view of the other side. There's the front. I admit it has a pretty funny looking face. The way they made it, it looks like it has a green mustache and a green goatee. Kind of cute in a way. So it kind of makes this thing look like a long nose, longer than Pinocchio. So clearly this thing's been lying a lot. Actually, I'm just kidding. That's actually called the proboscis. And judging by the length, you don't really want to get bit by this baby. Just thinking about it is making me itchy. Anyway, moving forward. Now here's a view of the top. And there are no controls for the Mosquitoid. So we'll just pop them in there. I prefer the last 4 studs, and you do have to open up the eyes just to put them in there because it just makes it easier, because when you close it, it is a little hard to put them inside. And there we go. That's it. I think I just covered everything on this thing. Oh, you do get 1 ball only. It's not like the Star Slicer where you get 2 balls, so use it well. Probably go bowling with it. And now we can move on to the recommendations. Overall, it's an okay set. It's not that great, it's also not that bad. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. And when it comes to the value, I would say it's better than the Star Slicer. They both have pretty much the same amount of parts, except that this one retails for 40 and the Warp Stinger retails for 30. We have a price per piece ratio of 9.7 cents per piece, which is good, but we're only getting about $34 to $42 worth of parts here. So it's not bad as far as the value goes. And when it comes to play value, it could have been much better. We do get 2 exclusive minifigs, and we have the shooter, and flying it around is not bad. I think if you take off the legs, you'll do just fine. But they really could have done more with this, I think. I think the only play feature I didn't cover was these clips up here. You can use that to hold his gun, but you can see that the Star Slicer anyway. So in the end, I think it's going to be either a hit or miss with you, and if you can get it for a discount, that would be ideal. And that's it. That sums up my review. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Up next we have his robot Sidekick, who kind of looks like Admiral Akbar and a droid mixed together. See the resemblance? Concentrate all firepower on the Superstar Destroyer. Actually, that's a really bad idea. But I imagine for anyone with smaller hands than my own, then they might have some trouble playing with this thing. And it's falling apart. How nice.